T, I know you say you always say you want to start games with a defensive mindset. You see Tobias basically score the first 3 baskets of the game, and then it looks like they just were comfortable on that end of the floor the whole time. Like, what did you see there, and why is the defense, especially giving up so many comfortable looks from 3?
Yeah, it started off early. No physicality. I think we started the game with a physicality. And they got comfortable, like you said, early in the game, making threes. Tobias got to a spot a couple times, made a 3. And then Kelly, he made a couple of threes to kind of get him going with the momentum. And so I thought we did a good job starting off with the blitz with Maxey, but then we gave up a couple of offensive rebounds, which they scored on. And just, our physicality to start the game with a defensive mindset, it wasn't great tonight. And so they got comfortable, they made shots, and now you're fighting uphill all night.
Just to follow up, like, y'all did eat up that deficit that y'all had tied in the middle of the third quarter. Then they built a bigger one. What happened between you guys being able to come back and then somehow, just objectively speaking, playing worse after you tied it than when they built the first lead? Yeah,
we had some turnovers, which we talked about. They got out in transition, got some easy baskets, and then we had a couple, questionable shots as far as shot selection, whether we got fouled or not. And then they was able to get back. We didn't have good floor balance, and they got shots as well. And then we also scored, tied the game up, and came back and Buddy you got a 3 on a made basket where we didn't get matched up. And so those things are just paying attention to detail and understanding what we need to do.
And, Coach, it seemed like Cam and Tyrese, when they were on the floor together, gave you guys problems all night. They were able to get to the paint, find open looks. Why was it so difficult for you guys to contain both of them when they were on the floor specifically together?
Yeah, I thought their speed hurt us. Being able to attack the paint, point of attack defense of getting downhill and then making plays. And so once they get downhill, you got to react. So Zoo's coming over. Now you're in the X situation. We got to get to the corners. Now they swing, they drive it again, and you just constantly in rotations. And so if your point of attack defense isn't great, like I said, with speed guards, they're going to get downhill and put a lot of pressure on your defense.
Ty, today and the Atlanta game were kind of very similar in a lot of ways for you guys. This month has been a tough month for you guys as well. Is this a worrying trend that you've seen out of the team in terms of the last few games where they haven't picked up the physicality out of the gates, as you've said?
Yeah, I just think our mindset, we can't fall victim of, being tired or what the schedule is. Like, we know we got to play better basketball going into the playoffs, or it's going to be a early season. And so still got full confidence in this team, and full confidence in what we can do. And just going out and doing it, every single night. Not 32 minutes like we talked about, not 26 minutes, like 48 minutes of doing the right things, doing the right coverages, not having as many game plan mistakes, getting back in transition. And I think they might have had 18 points in transition in the first half, the way we charted, so that's not good enough. And so we just got to be better in that regard.
Coach, sorry to follow up with a negative question after a negative question.
Go ahead. Don't worry about it. It's sort of negative, so you can follow up as many as you want.
It's sort of the same vein. You guys are playing for home court advantage, obviously, in the playoffs, but you've really struggled at home lately. Is that also a worrying trend for you? Or now that you're getting healthy, can you turn that around? Are you confident about that?
Well, maybe we need to start on the road there.
Maybe. As a positive, we did have Norm back in the game today. Can you just speak about his performance and, how imperative it is to have him in the lineup?
Yeah, it's important having Norm, offensively, be able to make shots, be able to space the floor, be able to get down here, attack the basket, but also get into the free throw line. And so he's very valuable to what we want to do. And so, it's going to be nights where, you struggle shooting the basketball like we have, like Justin said early on, like I think 28th in the league since January of making open catch and shoot threes. So if you're not making shots, your defense definitely has to be on point. And we haven't been very good defensively. And if we want to take that next step, we got to be better.
Hey, Coach, question. When Harden seems to be the guy getting going early, it seems to just stunt PG a little bit. And then when he can get going, it seemed like the offense picked up. And that's when you guys did make your run and take the lead to 73 to 79. And then it felt like that it went away from PG. Is that something schematically you guys are working on to get Harden going early? Or is it just the flow of the game and just guys just kind of filling out what the defense is giving them?
Yeah, just the flow of the game. I thought James had a good rhythm, pick and roll wise early on. And so we want to take advantage of that. Kawhi has to go in the post, so teams are not going to double. We want to take advantage of that. And then PG, catch and shoot, pick and rolls, ISOs or whatever. And so when you have three dynamic players, offensively, then it just kind of goes by the flow of the game.
All right, Coach. One thing about you, I never get nervous about stuff that you do. You always figure it out, number one. But I wanted to ask you about the blitzing. Do you think it's positive, like seeing the blitzes early, seeing Paul get blitzed, seeing Kawhi get blitzed, seeing James get blitzed, all of them getting blitzed at the same time? Do you think it's a positive seeing that so early to be able to adjust to that for when playoff time does come?
I think it's a positive. Yeah. Anytime you can put 2 on the basketball, that means it's 4-on-3 on the backside. And so you're going to be able to get layups, threes, or you're going to be able to get closeout opportunities. And so tonight, we didn't handle the blitz very well. We didn't make the right pass. We didn't get off of it fast enough. We blitzed Tyrese, and he got off of it quick. And then it had us in scramble mode. And we try to beat it, try to split it, try to, just make the simple pass. And so it's something we've been drilling for 4 years, and they understand, they know it. But we didn't do a good job handling the blitz tonight.
And, Coach, one more for me. You used the word bad habits and you guys staying consistent and stuff like that. When your guys aren't playing well and they're a veteran team, how frustrating does it become for you and your coaching staff when guys know what they're supposed to do, but they consistently have errors within the game and they're being taught over and over again? How frustrating is it for a guy like yourself who knows how to coach, know what it takes to get to the highest level to win a championship? How frustrating is it for you specifically?
It's very frustrating. I'm huge on execution, on both sides of the basketball. And, we talk about it every day, just, not taking shortcuts and doing it the right way. And so I think they're frustrated as well. It's embarrassing, when you lose to teams like this. I'm not saying they don't have great players over there, and Nick Nurse is a great coach, but when you come in, minus, Joel Embiid and, Nico sits out tonight, Roko's out, Kyle Lowry sits out, and you're playing at home, you have to take advantage of those type of things and type of games. And so, it is frustrating, showing the same thing over and over and not getting the results you want consistently. I would say that consistently getting the same, not getting the results every single game. And so, you keep talking about it, but at some point you got to do it, and so that's it. That's all I got to say.
Last one, Jess.
You mentioned at some point you got to do it rather than just talk about it. I'm kind of curious, in the game, when they're not executing the way that you want them to and talking to them over and over and showing them that what they're doing wrong isn't getting through to them as much as you'd probably like, what other steps can you take to kind of get the message through? Is it as big as sitting a guy down for a minute or two to kind of make sure he sees someone else doing it, or something like that?
Yes, possibility.
Is it something that, I know it's a nuclear option, so to speak, but is it something that you would do in the future to kind of get it through?
They're grown men, and they understand, we're a veteran team. It's not like, we're playing with second and third year players. And so I'm never the type of guy that wants to show a player up or showing if they're making a mistake. I'd rather not do that because now it's a story for you guys, But, they understand they understand what they're supposed to be doing. And Farbar can write out his little jokes and look, you know what I'm saying? But they understand, and so, we just got to do better. We just got to do better, all around the board. But we understand if they come up here next the 2-3 guys you interview, they're going to say the same thing. And so I don't know what to tell you, Justin, but like I said, I feel good about this team. I feel confident, and just got to wake the hell up, and be ready to go, do stuff hard. We've been practicing every day, shoot arounds every day, and so they understand. So it's time to start getting the ball rolling. And, yeah, that's all I got.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.